Great. Well, again, thank you everyone for attending another Complete Communities meeting. And tonight's purpose will be to choose a project that we can move forward. This is our third meeting this year. The first meeting was held back in April, and during that meeting, a progress report was made by Krista Stoneham from the Mayor's Office of Complete Communities, and it was a great overview to see where near Northside is currently at with Complete Communities efforts and or projects that has already been moved forward, and then it was also an insight on areas where we can move forward. And that was actually in March. Sorry to correct that. Yeah, that was in March where we had the progress report meeting, but that was to lead us to the meeting in April, in which we aim to have this kind of discussion, but we have ran into some technical difficulties. So here we are today, and I will present those results from the survey that was posted on Let's Talk Houston. And I thank everyone for taking that survey. But before we begin, I will I would like to introduce again to Planner Eric Glenn, who is part of the same team as I am with the Planning and Development Department, and he will be working with us on these projects. And then we also have our manager, Lynn Henson, on the line. Thank you, Lynn. And
thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you. And I would like to open up to any elected officials that are with us tonight, if you would like to introduce yourselves.
Devontae, I'm not an elected official, but I'm here representing the office of Councilmember Carla Cisneros.
Thank you.
Hi, Devontae.
Yes.
Hi, it's Noelle Baldovino. I'm representing the Office of State Representative Penny Morales-Shaw.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Devontae. This is Angie Wells with the Office of Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes, thank you. Okay. And I opened this meeting up with like a little bit of a question. I'm sorry, if someone wants to speak?
Mary Lawler here with Avenue.
Mary Lawler?
Yes.
Hello. Thank you. Yes, I was opened up with a question of the day that I would like to, just a little bit of an icebreaker question. As summer is pretty much approaching, what are your plans for the summer? And I asked everyone to put in the chat, but I was just, given where we have currently, would anyone like to introduce themselves and or reintroduce yourself, or for those who have already introduced themselves, if you'd like to just go and proceed with answering the question of the day, which is, what are you looking forward to doing this summer? Who would like to begin?
Well, I'll go ahead and go. This is Moses Becerra, and I'm looking forward to a successful 10 weeks of our summer enrichment program at Moody Park.
Awesome. Thank you.
This is Mary Lawler, and I'm looking forward to traveling for the first time in a long time.
Yes, I just visited DC not long ago, so it's quite refreshing trip. Thank you.
Good afternoon. This is Claudia Sanchez. I am with Avenue. I am fairly new, so I would like to introduce myself. I'm the new Director of Community Initiatives. So I would say for this summer, I will be learning and trying to catch up on a lot of the work that's been doing in the Northside and Northline community.
Great, and it's nice to meet you. Welcome.
Thank you.
And because I've just recently joined the council member, I am really looking forward to receiving some applications from a lot of her, she's got a Tech Connect program that's transitioning into this fall as an after-school program. So we're anxiously awaiting applications, awaiting to interview these students over the summer, and then maybe I can squeeze in some time to travel there. But yeah, I'll send out more information on the applicants that we're looking for. Thank you.
Great. Yes. Yeah, please do. And information on that any of you would like to any of you would like to share information, please forward that to me, and we can add it to our Complete Communities newsletters. And then also sending out to our constant contact. We would love to share these wonderful programs. Who else would like to go next? If you could state your name, organization, and what are you looking forward to doing this summer? I'm going to start calling out some folks. Hi, Rebecca. Okay, maybe DP. Okay, Diana. Hello, Diana.
Hi, so my name is Diana Baca, and I'm the Wraparound Resource Specialist for Clemente Martinez Elementary School on the near Northside. We're across the street from Mr. Moses.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, and I'm looking forward to traveling.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes, don't we all? We definitely looking forward to travel. We feel like after a while, we feel like we're in a box. It's like, okay, we got to branch out at some point. So yes, I agree. Right.
Hi, Annabeth Turcios, Greater Northside Management District. Looking forward in the summer is actually replanting at our pocket park. From the winter storm, we have a few lantanas that we need to replant. So looking forward to that. And then water balloon flight with my niece and nephew.
That sounds interesting.
I may invite you guys, but I'm not sure yet.
Hi, this is Rebecca Reyna. I'm the Executive Director of Greater Northside Management District. And I'm looking forward to traveling too, and actually have a couple of trips to seeing some family members that I haven't seen in seems forever. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes. Thank you. I think that's mostly everyone, but anyone from the city would like to chime in on what you would like, what are you looking forward to doing this summer? How about you, Jack or Lynn?
I'm just looking forward to things getting back to normal and normal pace, being able to go places and do things that I haven't been able to do in a while.
Yes. Jack, what are you looking forward to doing this summer? Eric, how about you?
I'm looking forward to proposing to my girlfriend.
Are we the first ones to find this out?
You know before she does, but no, my City of Houston some of my City of Houston colleagues are aware, but that's what I'm looking forward to.
Wow.
I hope she's not on this call.
Cool. That's awesome.
Thank you. Well, I think that covers mostly everyone. But thank you all for joining the participating in this question of the day. And I would now move on to our main point of tonight, which is to go over the survey results. Thank you again for many of you that have taken the survey on Let's Talk Houston, but I pulled out all of the short-term action projects from the plan to go over, and where's the next slide? Second. Okay. There were about 22 projects that were pulled out from the action plan, and a total of 28 participants took the survey. I will just to go over some of the projects, the key projects that received most of the votes. Starting with number 1, protect the neighborhood from nuisances and blight, involving that involves illegal dumping, along with other ideas to promote beautification and maintaining and how to reduce blight in the neighborhood. The second is expanding public art, and in the action plan, there is a specific location that was mentioned, and it's the Carnegie Library. Is there a mural already at that location? No? Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, that can be, that could be an ideal location that we can work on together in seeing how we can formulate an event for people who would like to paint at the library, maybe on one of the sides of the building. The third is to offer cooking, nutrition, and gardening education classes. There are partners that have already been identified in the plan, such as the Houston Health Department. There's the YMCA, Urban Harvest, American Heart Association, Recipe for Success. And we can have a meeting with at least one of these partners to further discuss where a class can take place in the neighborhood, or if it could be a virtual class, how that, that's something that we could discuss more of. And then the last but not least, the fourth highest project is to continue and expand pet spay and neuter programs. I've have recent discussion with the Houston Pet Set, and they expressed interest in holding an event in near Northside. So given that, we could have a focus group meeting on this particular project, and then we can and I can invite representatives from that organization, and we can discuss the logistics and more matters on that. But there were other projects that were that received some votes, such as I would like to point out some of these projects. Create a near North neighborhood guide, providing leadership training, providing youth leadership training. Also increasing participation, insertion. So those are the top 4 projects that I pulled out, and I would like to really just have an open discussion on your thoughts of which one of these we could move forward. And then that June meeting, we could schedule the June meeting, and then we could have a more discussion then. So I would like to know your thoughts. Hi, Diana, I see you were about to speak. Do you have a comment?
I do. I actually like number 1 and number 3 the most. I particularly like number 1 the most because we have the elementary school, and I know that you're talking about protecting it from the nuisances. And I don't know if y'all have driven through there, but the Church's Chicken, they closed down and then they like broke the window. And so when I drove by there today, people are actually living in there with their shopping carts, and that's really bad because the apartment complex is right across the street. So that's kind of unsafe. And I also noticed that we don't have a police department or like a branch anywhere near the area. And so I didn't know if that was also, because that wasn't on there. So I didn't know if maybe that could be a suggestion for the next year project.
Okay, thank you. Given that, I know that Department of Neighborhoods, they have a program for reporting properties of concern. Jack, would you like to speak on that?
Yes, actually, Veronica in District H is working on that. She sent me out there to take a look at it. It is a problem. There's a lot of homeless there. Strangely enough, I was by there Friday night and there was nobody there, but previously I was there, there were problems. I didn't approach the site because of the people that were there, but it is on. We have 311's requested. Veronica is working with the police department. I think the management district is also working on that, if I'm not mistaken, Rebecca. And of course, Department of Neighborhoods will be working on it.
So Devontae, this is Noelle. Jack, Representative Morales Shaw's office has also been working on this. We have reached out to the mayor's office, and unfortunately we have not, our chief of staff has not received a call back from the mayor's office. So if you could let me know who representative needs to speak to about the Church's Chicken to get it cleaned up as soon as possible, because she is very concerned about the safety of the neighborhood and the homeless that have been living in there. I know that it's been tagged so that, you know, we can get it boarded up. But if there's somebody that she can speak to directly, if you could let me know, then I can reach out to them.
She can speak to me, and the property owner, I believe, is in California, so it's a matter of getting a hold of them.
Right. I think she understands that because she's a lawyer. I think what her main concern is concern for the neighborhood and the safety, like Diana was mentioning. She's been trying to get a hold of someone at the city and actually reached out directly to the mayor's office. So I will let Representative know and our Chief of Staff, Kiefer, that they can reach out to you so for a meeting.
Hi, this is Rebecca. Jack's right. We've actually cleaned up the area with our crew and along with HPD several times. I just actually went by and was discussing with Commander Guzman from Central Division. They are aware of it. The officers have gone by. What we noticed yesterday and actually today as we drove by, a lot of the homeless, they're not hanging out. They're probably inside, but they're not inside when the officers have gone by. The belongings are there, but they've sort of moved across the street to the corner and they've sort of camping out there. But HPD is aware, and I believe they've been talking to the owners. It's an estate, a trust. It's in a trust, but they've been able to contact somebody in the family and working on them. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it. We're, like I said, we're probably talking daily with HPD, and our officers are also going by there.
There's also an open manhole just north of there on that street, which I reported today.
Okay, this is very helpful. Thank you, Noelle, Jack, and Rebecca, for the update regarding that. It looks like that progress is being made to address the issue at Church's Chicken. Thank you, and thank you, Diana, for that question. Any other thoughts? With the Protect the Neighborhood from Nuisances and Blights, there could be a cleanup to address that as well. Whatever other areas or locations, areas that need to be where a cleanup could take place, we could explore a cleanup that could take place this summer. That could be a project possibility. Also, there are other ideas that are not specifically mentioned, but there's also tree planting. There could be a tree planting project ideal. I know that Trees for Houston has a form online where they where people can submit for donations, and then there can be an application submitted for on behalf of the near Northside community, and then we could have a focus group meeting on applying for it. I know that Trees for Houston would like to have applications before July 1st. So I will, for reference, I will paste the link in the chat. But if we were to have a meeting, maybe sometime in June, where we can talk about, how to apply for donations and selecting a location, what type of species of trees that could be planted there, that could be a possibility. Any comments? Any comments on that, or any other items that you see in front of you? We could have again a meeting with Houston Pet Set to talk about formulating a pet spay and neuter event in your Northside.
Devontae, can you talk a little bit more about the cooking and nutrition classes that we could offer?
Yes, I will. With that, I'm looking at the plan right now just to talk about that. But nutrition classes in general, like healthy eating, it could be about fitness, or it could be about community gardening classes as well. Some partners were identified in the plan that provide some similar services. But if there is an opportunity that your office could help with, then yeah, feel free to share, and then we can develop from there.
I was talking to the Houston Food Bank because I think you mentioned this. They offer several different cooking classes, and my thought was, because it will be summertime and a lot of kids will be out of school, it might be a good opportunity to bring the kids in with the parents to learn about healthy cooking and options like that. This was through the Backpack Buddies and Teacher Aid area of the Houston Food Bank. I don't know if you've worked with them before or not.
Yeah, I haven't worked actually directly with Houston Food Bank, but I would like to look up that program and see how we could partner on that.
Yeah. Let me connect you with Kiana Anderson over there, and maybe we can all get on a call together. I don't know how everyone else feels about it, but I just thought it would be a good idea to bring in the families along with their parents to talk about healthy eating and do some cooking classes.
This is Rebecca. That's actually a great idea. The YMCA was doing something. I don't know if anybody from the Y. Don't know if they're doing that, but Noel, they used to do a program with Brighter Bites.
Yep.
And they would give the bag of groceries to the family and the kids, and then do a sort of demonstration and a recipe, sort of whether it's a smoothie or something. And it was very popular. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Brighter Bites. I've not worked with them before, but I was out with the Houston Food Bank for that teacher appreciation event that we did with them, and they were talking about all these new programs that they're doing. And so one of the things that our office is going to be helping with is we're bringing lockers to Northside High School, where families, almost 100 families, are going to be able to order food, like healthy food, like fruits and vegetables and fresh meat and things like that. And so one of the other things that they were talking about were these cooking classes and how they do something similar to Brighter Bites, where they give actually, the fruits and vegetables to the families, and the families participate. And I like the idea that you're saying that it was successful before, because if we know that the families in the near North Side are interested, then maybe they'll be interested in doing this again. And it's something new that they're doing, and so they had reached out to us. So I'll get the information for Devontae, and then maybe we can also reach out to Brighter Bites and then just take a look at both of them and see which one fits our area the best.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Step Healthy. They're fixing to start back up, I believe, in June. That's that program through Memorial Hermann.
Okay.
So they bring people out here, and then they give them like simple. They're not really cooking lessons, but how to maybe use fruit in different ways and stuff like that. So, have y'all met Catherine yet? George Sanchez.
I know George.
Yeah.
I haven't met Catherine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they will be starting up their they would be starting back up like the park events.
Yeah.
At the the Castillo Park.
Yeah. Okay. And
Okay.
I think I got an email that they'll be starting at Moody also.
Moody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so you have various, yes, definitely. Okay, well, yes, definitely, yeah, if you can share the context with me and I can reach out, and this could lead to a working group meeting where we can talk about where, formulating this event, where it could take place. It could, I envision maybe this could be an outdoor event, it could be a possibility of that.
Ron, you have a comment in the chat saying that both great programs, Brighter Bites and Step Healthy with Memorial Hermann.
Thank you. Okay. Well, that will be my next step then. So thank you, everyone. I will definitely look more into that. And the goal is to maybe that could be a meeting that we can start immediately in June. Just maybe plan for one that could take place maybe in the late summer or the fall. Depending on what needs to be covered. So thank you, everyone, for that. Going back to Trees for Houston, that could be also maybe an organization can take on that. It could be any organization like the Super Neighborhood. Anybody can go ahead and apply for that program. I will make sure to share that with the entire group. But if there is any assistance that could be made, I could be of an assistance if anyone would have any questions about filling out the form. But it looks like, given the comments that thank you, Moses. It seems like, given the comments, that we could start off with number 3, and having that as a focus meeting in the next month. Does that sound good? And then in the meantime, I will reach out to the organizations, given the contacts, and see how we could collaborate. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Great. And then I will also reach out to Houston Pet Set, because that can also be another meeting that we could have, and to plan for a spay and neuter event, as they have expressed interest in having it in near Northside. So I would reach out to them as well, and I would keep everyone posted. on that end. But any questions or comments so far? No?
Nope.
Yeah, we kind of on a light agenda today because I really wanted us to really select a project to kickstart, and it seems like we have something that we can hop on the train for. So I think what else needs to be covered before I schedule this meeting for like an hour and a half just in case, but it looks like we probably won't need to use all of that time. But I just wanted to again show Let's Talk Houston and just to increase awareness about what Let's Talk Houston is about.
Excuse me, Devontae?
Yes.
Hey, we have a hand raised by Miss Diana Paca.
Oh.
Yes, Diana.
So for the cooking classes and the nutrition stuff, so the kids let out, the last day of school is June the 11th, and then summer school will end July the 13th. So if maybe they can get something going for the summer, because I know a lot of the kids do not have enough food. And so I think that would be good.
Okay. Thank you for that, Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Diana, go ahead.
This is Claudia with the with Avenue. I know in the past, I know Brighter Bites has done like a summer program as well at school, so just something to kind of look into. And like I said, they put in the program, and then of course the school kind of helps out with the volunteers and getting everything ready. But it's just kind of see if they have their dates already set and if they have that going already. But just a suggestion.
Thank you, Claudia. Was someone else wanted to speak?
Devontae, it was me, Noelle.
Okay. Yes.
I just wanted to mention to Diana that I can give her the contact for kids' meals so that the children their families can get signed up for the meals to be delivered to them.
Do you know if they also cover, like during the summer, is it for everyone?
They
Because
do.
I know usually it's 5 and under.
No, this is 18 and under.
Oh, for the summer?
Yeah, I'll send you the and they've expanded their zip codes as well. So I'll send you I just received the new form, so I'll send that to you. Mm-hmm.
The Parks and Recreation Department is also going to be serving curbside meals. Okay, this during the summer they get a breakfast, which is usually a muffin and a milk or something similar. They'll also get their lunch at the same time, and that's going to be Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, I did note that this year we're going to be serving out of Monty Beach, Woodland, Stewed, Tuffley Park, and Moody. So those are all in the area, and as far up as Clark Park and Melrose also. So if y'all want to share the word, especially with other schools, and get that out, but it's a nutritious meal, and it's going to be free. They have to be 18 and under. For curbside, they do need to drive up, and they do need to be present in the car. And that's going to be done at pretty much every one of our recreation centers, but we have plenty near the north side to be able to also, help those families.
Thank you. Yes, if there's a flyer or that we can help distribute, please share that with me, and I can also share with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, this is great discussion. I really appreciate everyone's input on this. But before we close out this meeting, I wanted to make sure that everyone is aware of Let's Talk Houston, as moving forward we are going to use this page as the main source of engagement, simple like such as the Let's Talk Houston survey, for example, and also it will also include the meeting information or when the next meeting is scheduled. There is a form that is on there to capture anyone who is interested in joining this effort in making your Northside a complete community. And this form is to start off with, getting their name, contact information, and letting us know which areas of community work are they interested in, whether it's economy and jobs, housing, parks and beautification projects. I sent out a flyer to everyone last week that has the barcode that will lead people to Let's Talk Houston. It's both provided in English and Spanish. One thing that we have discussed at the last meeting in April is how to reach out to more of the population in your North Side, engaging with the Spanish-speaking populations. There was also a mention about reaching out to more African Americans in the community, and it would be great to if you all can help us spread the word so we can have more of representation at these meetings. It would be great. Yes, Annabeth.
Oh, I was going to ask if we can get a few copies of those flyers to drop off at some of the businesses. There's actually a new bank, Frost Bank, in the area, and then of course our local restaurants. We can drop them off so that they can share with the constituents, especially the survey. I don't know if many of them, have online access, so it might be even nice to be able to maybe answer those questions on their phone, but with the barcode, that'll be helpful. Okay.
Yes, Let's Talk Houston is accessible by phone or on any devices. But yeah, they are able to scan it on their phone, but there's also the link there if they would like. There's also a link provided on their flyer that they can also use to go to Let's Talk Houston. But thank you, Annabeth. I will send you copies.
Thanks.
Well, one thing I also want to show. Oh yes, this section over here. Well, first, the link right here is to inform people of the progress report that was made in March, so they can click on that, and it will lead them to the copy of that progress report. And right below is an overview of the 9 areas and the percentage of completion. And then after these meetings, I usually post all the meeting materials, such as the notes, and that could be another way for people to catch up on what's been happening, and then also reviewing the action plan in English and Spanish. My contact information is here, and then there's a link for anyone interested to sign up for our Complete Communities newsletter. And also there is a translation tool at the top. So it's there. I know there has been some changes to this site. Lynn, do you know if there is a translation toolbar still available? It should be at the top right corner.
It should be. That. Thank you for pointing that out. We'll get that added back to the page.
Okay. Yes, but what you would normally see is the translation toolbar at the top, whereas you can select out of many of the languages, and it will automatically translate that into Spanish. So to make it accessible for everyone to come on Let's Talk Houston. But with all that said, we can end this meeting early, but I really appreciate everyone's input, and I'm excited to work with you all this summer on these projects, and I wish everyone a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.